see Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Washington football team taking on...
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Washington offense about ready to go to work. And at quarterback in his 17th season now in the NFL, piloting his 9th different franchise, it's Ryan Fitzpatrick.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. He gets it to Thomas. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. Very, very strong. Well over 100 yards.
He should get the ball early and often here, too. I mean, when you're riding the performance of last week into this game, his confidence level has to be off the charts. Go ahead and keep feeding him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And for the first time, we get a look at the veteran Russell Wilson as he gets set to lead yet again the Seattle Seahawks offense.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They run it with Carson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Big completion there on 3rd and short. Keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me. I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. On 2nd and goal, Wilson. Dancing to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a 1st quarter lead.
Brandon, would you say they went from agony to elation in just a few quick seconds on that play?
Probably thought they were about to give it up in the red zone and then touchdown.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that they drew it up and said this is the way it's supposed to be done. It just happened.
But the end will justify the means. Jason Myers now for the extra point. this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Fitzpatrick and the rest of the Washington offense back out onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. On second down, here's Gibson again. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's a give to Gibson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. They go play action. Fitzpatrick. A throw to the flat here from McKissick. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Fitzpatrick. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A handoff for Gibson. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Alden Smith there on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Gibson. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Here's Fitzpatrick. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Fitzpatrick to his tight end Thomas for the Washington first.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. A carry for Gibson. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run with Gibson. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Throwing Fitzpatrick. That escapes the sack. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range. Yeah,
not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used.
Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. And there's the rookie from Western Michigan, Dwayne Eskridge. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. Oh, look at the juke. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Now, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. To throw is Fitzpatrick. Uses the stiff arm, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Fitzpatrick. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Wilson. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. These 2 teams all tied after 1. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figured.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Chase Young has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it. And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson under pressure. They got him again. Matthew Ioannidis. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short. Able to knock it through, and they
take the lead here now at 10-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Washington offense set to take over again. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he? And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. 33 yards that time.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick to throw it. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
After the interception, here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. This is Carson. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On the delay, here's Carson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
And the Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Myers' kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And it's player spotlight time, and we shine that spotlight on Ryan Fitzpatrick. And I guess right now, as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that, because that's where his head needs to be. Exactly what you said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play as if it didn't happen. Keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now. They've already gotten to him a few times. They want to keep that up. Maybe they can pick off a few more.
Well, they disrupted already for 3 INTs. On 2nd and 7, Fitzpatrick. Thomas brings it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. A run here for J.D. McKissick. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14. Fitzpatrick. He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Chris Carson trotting back out there. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Wilson. And this will go to Carson out wide. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf, and he's taken down inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. Again, Wilson dumps this one off to Chris Carson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
Yeah, at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You talk about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Now it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. Final play of the half, Fitzpatrick. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to Arizona, but they're on top here as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the option, a handoff to Carson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Looking deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Will Dissly, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
7 yards to pick up there. Fitzpatrick giving to Gibson on the draw. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick now. That's Samuel, caught left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. To throw, Fitzpatrick. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Fitzpatrick from the gun on third down. And Thomas has it. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So first and 10 now from the 30. To the air again, Fitzpatrick. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. On second down now, it's Gibson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Fitzpatrick.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Now it's Lockett. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
The Seahawks take back over.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Now Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Now Wilson. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And the tight end is certainly in position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On first down, Wilson. He'll check that down to Carson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Now it's Carson. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. On 2nd and 9. Wilson working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, it's Carson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Here's Carson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he finds Penny. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. Wilson. And this is incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? There's Wilson. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or put.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Myers connects on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Washington ready to try again on offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. They go play action. Fitzpatrick. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Wilson will hand to Carson on the option. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run again with Carson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that. He read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And Pete Carroll looks like he likes his chances with the offense on the field. They're going for it on 4th. They run for it with Carson, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Washington on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs to keep up with your theme there playing keep away. first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Jimmy Moreland in there to bring him down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. A gain of 6 there on first. Working with a 2nd and 4. Here's Wilson. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Wilson to Metcalf that time. First down, Seattle. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 21. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Fitzpatrick and the rest of the Washington offense back out onto the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the...
And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Jordan Brooks. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Fitzpatrick. Got a man, it's Gibson complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the 35 on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick off to Thomas on the left side. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll throw again. Fitzpatrick. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now Fitzpatrick. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Fitzpatrick. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal. Gibson is in. Touchdown, Washington. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that big-time drive right there? If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. That time, a 9-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Throwing is Wilson. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Still 9 remaining on second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Draw play. This is Carson. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson. And room there to work it inside the 25. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best. The Seahawks in victory formation as they down to a knee one more time. So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on.
So for the Seahawks, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Washington, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.